So I ain't gonna show the jersey today. Not even gonna change it. Yeah.
Hey Mike, what game you and Dwayne be playing on the Call of Duty job?
Warzone.
Warzone?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but
it's the same job he be playing. We're not running with his bum ass.
EA Sports.
No, he's sorry as hell.
But he good and he got a mic fit.
He's not running with us, bum ass. Trash. So am I. So is everybody else who played the game. Nah, fuck you.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Yards on the punt there. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Gomez. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Niners, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
And the Rams hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jenkins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts. in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Throwing is Gomez. Throwing on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
On 2nd down now. It's Knight, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
This is taken at the 10. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Up the middle they go. Jenkins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Off play action. Gomez. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Gomez. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. First and goal from just inside the 5. Now a handoff It's Jenkins. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Pat Fryermuth, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Ready, play.
Off play action. Gomez. And it's caught. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Lance now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Let's go. Watch it. 6. Ready?
Lance looking to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open. open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them.
And I think the ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a little careless there. From that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoop.
Now Lance throws the interception, his third. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 2 yards to go on third down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Knight. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Lance. That's complete left side to Gray. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Gomez. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Gomez. Going up top for Kupp. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Amber Thomas. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
I was literally trying to throw that bitch away. I forgot how.
Fuck. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn
that
down
shit
a
came
penalty
out
to give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble in 2nd down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks. Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 3-score, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Yeah.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard
Now I'm mad.
line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
That's complete to his tight end flyer move. And now look at this.
Wow.
Big gain, but a fumble.
I'm trying to get on the ground.
And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks. Maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Now a give, right side. It's Knight, and down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game.
And now here's another interception. And the Rams are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
That's out quickly to Bateman. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Off play action. Gomez. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, it's Jenkins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained.
Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on 1st down. Jenkins. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the 1st half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the 2nd half. Now they got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now Gomez to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams extend their lead yet again. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover,
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. Operating from the gun, Gomez. And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Walker, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Fourth down, Walker. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Niners first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles. and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
But he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This from 32 yards away. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Walker. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Working out of the gun here, Walker. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Walker now to throw on 1st down. And his throw
Jeff
is
over.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Walker now. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Walker. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Walker looking to throw on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. 101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really